Hi everyone. I think I'm up to about almost 6 weeks into my 100-day challenge. Don't know the exact day. I haven't progressed on a physical level as much as you all would expect. In fact, sometimes I do get a little bit down about my slow progress. But that's not because I am inconsistent. It's because of that feeling. I wanted to come on today and talk to you about that feeling. Inside all of us is a centeredness. Inside all of us is our true self. It's about us tapping into our centeredness. Some might call it oneness. Some might call it our higher power, our higher self. Whatever your language is for you, whatever makes you feel comfortable. For me today, I'm going to talk about that feeling and centeredness. Now, back in November, I was on quite a journey, and I think I've explained that particularly on my Crack Your Code page, where I talked about my journey with Creatrix. Today, I'm going to talk about a deeper level of my journey now. I did have a breakthrough with Creatrix. I let go of so many things and I discovered so many suppressed and repressed emotions within due to childhood trauma. That I can safely say I can put behind me. I will be honest though, I did go into Creatrix with an expectation that I was going to find the answer that was going to set me free in losing weight. The battle that has continued since I was a young child. And at the age of 9, if you point out to it, that is when I lost my centeredness. I have found my centeredness again through many different mediums, through many modalities, through many different friends and mentors, through many self-help books. But like I shared many months ago, I now have my own voice. I always had my own voice. I just needed a stronger connection with it. I need to put aside the interference that was holding me back, all the interferences that were holding me back. Many people close to me have gone, why have you gone onto Facebook with this 100-day challenge? What if you fail? What is that going to say about you? That's true. What if I fail? But I can't fail. Because it's not about the physical progress at this point. In my logical mind, sure, it is about that. But when I look at the changes that have to take place, I know that it's really the subconscious mind that we need to talk to. And as I said earlier at the beginning of my 100-day challenge, I will be doing workshops around this. So, yeah, watch this space. But I'm going to do my 100-day challenge first, because I really feel I need to learn a little bit more about myself and staying in my centeredness. Let's go back to the beginning of when I said that feeling. Call it that feeling or this feeling. What do I mean when I say that? Well, it's that feeling and this feeling, if I really want to bring it to the forefront now because I feel safe enough to do so. I've been unlaid through many, many sad, mad emotions, suppressed emotions, repressed emotions. But now I can I can sit in and I can feel that feeling without running away. Sometimes I do run away. Let's talk about what happens in my mind when I'm in the dark zone, because that's also where I go when I'm trying to avoid that feeling. I really can't label that feeling. For some reason, it's so many different emotions. It's a combination of many beliefs. If I could get a big pot and stir them all around, the only way I can describe it for myself and to you is calling it that or this feeling. It's a place of void. It's a lonely place. It's a place where I feel shame. It's like a swamp. It's like I'm stuck in mire and I can't get out. It's a place of restlessness. It's a place where you feel lost. Well, I feel lost. It's about me. It's a place where I feel dissatisfied. It's a place where I don't like being. It's a place where I feel anxious and panic. That feeling is hard to sit in. It's really hard to talk about as well. By talking about it and dealing with it, hopefully, my motive is to help you find those things that interfere with your ability to connect and stay connected with yourself, with your higher power, with your centeredness. So, in my journey from the age of 9 up to now that I'm 50, I have covered that feeling with many different actions. I smoked cigarettes. I now still vape. I mostly overeat as a way to cover it up. To avoid it, if I'm going to sit in it, I'm going to shove it down with something, because that interfering feeling and belief, or that creates beliefs about myself of unworthiness and not good enough, is not a place I want to go. So, the dark zone. That's what I call it. That feeling and all those feelings and beliefs that I have when I'm in there. The dark zone. How do I come out of that? This is what the journey has been. Look, I started 103.5 kilos. I've gone down to 101. I've gone back up to 205 kilos, 202.5 kilos, sorry. I've gone up to 103 again. I've gone back down to 102. So it's like up, down, up, down. What the hell is going on at a physical level? Of course, the physical is just going to mirror what's happening within. So I did the 21-day Deepak Chopra challenge and got a lot out of it. Yes, it might be about mindfulness, and mindfulness might just be a surface thing to really change what's going on in the subconscious mind. But it did give me a new thought system around thinking abundantly, because in our journey with ourselves, and yes, although there's a lot of things that have gone and I've had a breakthrough in terms of feeling happier in myself and more centered now, I still get those urges now and again to cover that feeling, the dark zone, with food. I still get a sense of restlessness at times, and usually, to be honest, it's when I'm alone. I don't fear being alone, but it's usually when I'm alone in the house that I have that feeling come over me. And sometimes, if I'm really aware, I can feel it is going to happen in the morning when I wake up. I can feel, it's pretty close by today. So in the past, I would keep myself busy. I was a workaholic. I wouldn't stop. And until everything on my list was done, I wouldn't feel any sort of satisfaction or any sort of worthiness. I was just like a robot. In fact, I really don't understand how my family lived with me the way I was. I was wound up like one of those, ever-ready battery toys that you saw on telly when we were kids. I was so wound up as a person. I'm not saying that I still don't get wound up or still don't get reactive at times, but I know that that's not who I want to be. And I do feel that I'm more centered and stay centered these days. When that dark zone covers me and it's coming, this is part of my journey now, is to learn how to deal with it and face it, to sit in it, to not avoid it or cover it with food. Because the outcome will look after itself. We've been told that all our lives, and it's true. It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So although to you perhaps my journey might not be as quick, maybe I'm just someone else who's not worth listening to, that's fine. But if you take away anything from my message today during my 100-day challenge, watch out for those interferences. What interferes for you to stay centered and be the person that you know you are gifted to be, that you deserve to be, that you want to be? What's holding you back? Don't let anything hold you back. I hope that you stay connected with me and you keep following what I'm doing and what I have to offer, and watch this space, because I actually sometimes feel that I've disappointed people so far, disappointed myself, because my progress in terms of the physical outcome has been slow. But if you were inside my thoughts and inside my mind and could see how I started and where I am now, I think you'd want to partake of it, that you'd want to find your own centeredness again. Maybe you still have it, that's great. But for me, I didn't have it for a long time, and always wanted to listen to someone else, because, maybe they were going to lead me to where this is what it's going to do now, this is what it's going to be, this is the answer, this thing coming now, no, Cassie, nothing is the answer. The answer to everything is inside us. We hold the kingdom, the keys to the kingdom. And realizing that on a deeper level is how change happens, how long-lasting change happens. And I'm so excited to share this with you. And thanks for listening. Till next time.